Greetings to my good people. I go by the name Mobe Barnabas, Bana a champion. Um, this video, I'm going to, summarize things, bring things down, and simplify things so that people can figure out certain things in my first video title the word of life. I want to bring things down so that people will figure out things and then understand that video very well. Um, when I talk of you know prayers without pursuing being in vain, I meant the fact that you can pray without pursuing is in vain, in a sense that you cannot put everything on prayers, on prayers, on prayers, because there is a saying that God time is the best. So in as much as God time is the best, should you wait for God time? When is God time? Do you know when God time is? God time can be today, it could be tomorrow, it could be any moment, in a given point. You get that? God time can be at any given point. So if you are waiting for God time, how can you know God's time, and how can you know that best time? So it means that you have to always prepare. That is why I said prayer without pursuing is in vain. When you are praying, try and figure out what you are praying for, and then try to work towards that. The prayers alone cannot solve your problem. So I want to simplify things so that you get the clarification on that video. You get that? That is why I said prayers without pursuing is in vain. So this is the part 2 of that video. I want to clarify things so that you figure out things and then understand it very well. You see that God time is the best. God's time is the best. Fine. We know God's time is the best. So when is that God time? Should you sit down and wait for God and wait for God and wait for that God time being the best? Because nobody knows God's time, and nobody knows the schedule of God's time. And opportunity always comes but once. You get that? So when you are sitting down waiting for God's time is the best, praying for God's time is the best, how do you know when God time is coming? So you have to always figure out things, try your best and wait for God time. You get that? And you always prepare and wait for God time. When you are not prepared, when that God time comes, it will pass by you, it will go and leave you. You get that? So that is why you don't have to always be waiting for God time. You have to work towards that. You have to prepare, always prepare and wait for that time before things will be late. You see, that is when you see people being at old age, people being 60, 70, 50, and now they are still praying, thinking that God's time, that they are waiting for God's time. I do laugh at those people. You get that? How are you preparing yourself? How are you preparing yourself? And you are always putting everything on prayers. You are now 70, 50, 60. Now that you are still pursuing, trying to get sure that things will be better. Things will be better. Things will be better when you are not prepared. When at your I mean your young age, you didn't prepare. You have not prepared for anything. You get that? Now that you are getting to your grave, that you are still trying to pray and wait for that God time. So when that God time coming, when is that God time? When you are not prepared before waiting for that God time. You get that?